Hello everyone, welcome to Supply Chain Way. So in this video, we will be learning about what is a histogram, where this can be used, and three methods to construct a histogram. So let's get it started. So histogram is used to determine the spread or variation of a set of data points in a graphical form. Looking at a histogram, you can see whether the data is spread across, that is there any variation, or it is doesn't have much variation, everything is aligned with somewhere near to the mean. So in this video, what are the things will be covered? First, the method one, I will be showing you how to activate a ToolPak and construct a histogram using it. The second method I'll be showing you is building a histogram through charts itself. And third one is a completely a manual way of constructing a histogram. So let's head on straight to the Excel spreadsheet with some sample data what I have, and we will use these three methods and see how to build a histogram. So the first method what we are going to see is constructing a histogram through a ToolPak. So first let me quickly explain the data which is going to be common across all the three data sets. I have a total of 30 samples, that is a total number, and the cycle time of each sample is mentioned on the column B, with the cycle time is in minutes. So now let us see how we can construct a histogram using ToolPak. So the step number one, what we need to do is click on File, and if you scroll down, there is a Options. Click on Options, and in Options, directly click Add-ins. In Add-ins, you have something called as Excel Add-ins. Click Go. In that, you'll have the add-ins available. In this, you need to just check Analysis ToolPak and click OK. And moment you do this, and if you can go to the data tab, you will have this data analysis option automatically coming. So before you activate the ToolPak, you won't be getting this analysis tab, and post activation you will get this data analysis tool. So moment you click on that, the option what you will be getting is a histogram. So go to histogram, and once you select histogram, click on OK. So a pop-up opens, and I will quickly guide you how you need to fill in. So there is something called as a input range, and then there is something called as a bin range. So what is a bin size? You can decide the bins like interval of tens, you can decide or interval of 20 or 30. It is completely up to you. So what I'll do now is quickly demonstrate to you. So I'm going to create the bins like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. And this is completely up to you, and you can always change and then rerun the histogram as well. So now the bins are ready. Now let me go back and click data analysis, select histogram, select OK. Now let's go to the input range, select the input range, which is this complete cycle time data. And I'll also go back and click on the bin range. So this is my bin range, and I'll say the labels are available here. So moment if you say labels are available, you have to select even the header. So intentionally what I've done in bin range, I've selected the header but not in the cycle time. That would create an issue. So I will reselect that. So I'll go back here and select along with the header and come back here. So this is ready. Now either you can create a new worksheet or a new workbook, or you can have an output range. So I'll just click output range, and I want that to come here itself. So I'll click on F1, right? So this is the place I want the output, which is nothing but the histogram. Then I'll come back here. You have multiple options here. Either you can say I need a Pareto. Pareto is nothing but a sorted histogram. Whether you want a cumulative percentage, definitely yes. Whether you need a chart. If you don't have a chart output, there won't be any graphs generated. So let's do it with the chart output. Moment all these are done, all you need to do is, so now this is how the histogram is now generated. Let me make it a little bigger. So now what you see here is bins 10, 20. When I say 20, this is between the data, between 10 to 20, you have 5 data points. Between 20 to 30, you have 7 data points, and this is the cumulative percentage of each of this. And this more is nothing but in case you have a data greater than 100, then that will come into this bucket, and you clearly see a histogram as well as a cumulative percentage. So from this histogram, you can definitely see that the data is widespread. The shape of this histogram is actually called a comb shaped histogram, and it's definitely not a normal distribution. So anyways, the statistically, if you want to understand the different types of shapes in histogram and how to read it, you can definitely leave me a comment below. But at this stage, this is the first method how you can make a histogram out of this data. One of the limitation of this one, I cannot just go back and change the bin and then expect the results to change here. You need to rerun that histogram. In case you know a shortcut where this can be made dynamic, please feel free to leave it at the comment box. That would be so helpful as well. So to my knowledge, it's not possible. The second method, what we have is through charts. So in charts, what we are planning to do is use our standard charts itself, and within that we can see how we can do a histogram. So what we need to do is select the data. So I'm going to select all the cycle time, go to insert, and under insert you have the charts. So under charts you have something called as insert statistic chart. So you can click that, and you have under histogram you have two options, either a Pareto or you have a histogram. Go ahead and click the histogram, and now your chart is ready to see. Probably I will rename this as histogram. I am just double clicking on that and then typing the title. Now here, if you remember the last time, that is when I say last time, the ToolPak, we decided what the bin size would be. Now here, if you see, based on the cycle time, automatically system has taken a defaults, but this is changeable. So all you need to do is on the x-axis, right click, select format axis, and you have two options here. Either you can give a bin width or you can give number of bins. Like for example, if it is a bin width, I can just go ahead and say I want in the bin width should be 10. And as you can see, now it is 15 to 25. It starts from the minimum data, which is 15, and goes up to multiples of 10, 15 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45. And the good news here is, if you go and change some value like this 15, I am going to make it as say 10, right? If you update it, automatically the histogram will also get updated, which is a good news. Now this the data now starts from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and you can also update the number of bins you require. Like I'll go ahead and click format axis. Instead of giving bin width, I am going to tell that I need say only 5 bins. In that case, moment I do that, as you can see here, now you have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bin number of bins are controlled by the user, and the system would automatically take the bin widths. Okay, so these are the two ways by which you can set up the bins, number of bins and the bin width, and using charts you have generated a histogram, and you can then read the inferences from the histogram and take your project forward. The third option what we have is a completely a manual option. So the same data set, what we need to do is create two more columns, one for bins and the second one for frequency. So let's use the same thing. Let's have probably like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Now what you need to do is find out the frequency of the bins. We need to do is use a frequency formula, and what you need to do is frequency. This is the data array, comma, this is the bin array. Close it and then hit enter. Now what you can see here is up to 20 you have 5 data points, between 20 to 40 9 data points, between 40 to 68 and then 4 and then 4. The last one, whenever you do this, the last one is automatically generated, which is nothing but greater than 100. Okay, so and if you add these, it will exactly becomes 30, which is over here. As you can, if you see the number of data points here, it is 30. Okay, I'll redo one more thing. Probably I will change the bin sizes now. I'm saying let it be 10, 20, and then I'm going to just drag it down all the way till 100. And moment I do that, can you see the frequency formula? It is updated. One more is there, which is nothing but greater than 100. Now this can be converted into a graph. So what you need to do is select the data, including the greater than 100. Okay, and then go to insert. Click on either you can directly go to a column chart, or click on recommended charts. Definitely you'll have a column chart. Here it is, clustered column chart, and click on OK, and your histogram is ready. Now I just double click and change the heading, sorry, the title to histogram. Okay, now as you can see here, the same data. So definitely your histogram shape is again a comb shape. Um, As I've told you, the good news here is you can change the bin sizes here. Automatically, the frequency will get updated and your histogram will update it. And even if you change the data, now for example, 10 is 0, I will make a data point with 10. Moment you do that, as you can see here, the graph is updated. So these are the three ways how you can do an histogram. Use histogram on your data to understand is there a variability. So you can use this in most of your Six Sigma projects, wherein the sole objective is to eliminate variations in the process. So this is a prime tool we'll use in most of the Six Sigma projects. Feel free to drop me a note in case if you have any follow-up questions. I would be glad to answer that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.